Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, a part of Redbud Realty and Associates. And today is July 1st. Well, what does that mean besides the fact that we have a holiday coming up on Wednesday, which is our nation's holiday? But most importantly, it means that if you are a financially distressed homeowner in the Oklahoma City area, 6 months of the year are gone. That is a significant date to talk about because we only have 6 months left before the expiration of the Mortgage Indebtedness Relief Act. This is the act that allows you to do a short sale and avoid any IRS taxes because the lender wrote off a loss and they send a 1099 to the lender that was the one that foreclosed on, your lender. Now, if there's a foreclosure, you can't avoid this. And in 2007, and I've gone over this before in previous videos, the government felt like they had to encourage short sales. It was a better alternative. And so that was set to expire once before and it was extended. At this time, we have seen very little movement on the part of Congress in Washington, D.C. to do anything about this. So we are expecting it to expire. And if you are a financially stressed homeowner and you're in a state of denial, you're going to be in big trouble because especially if you have a second mortgage, we may not be able to complete it by the end of the year. We have to list your house, of course. Then we have to have marketing time. We have to get people in there. We have to negotiate the right contract for it. We have to send it into the lender in order for the lender to look things over and see what they think, and that takes time because they're pretty covered up with short sales and foreclosures right now, still negotiating things. And so, and then there's possibly 30 to 45 days after that to close once you get final approval. So you can see how you can very easily go to the end of the year on this. And I do see people that I believe are burying their heads in the sand. Let me just give you an example of today. I mean, always on the first of the month, you have a lot of expired listings. And I did look these listings over. Well, I saw one person that bought the house at a very high price, brand new, on a VA loan, financed the funding fee in there, and is been on the market for an awfully long time, has moved to a new house, and is basically underwater on the mortgage. I saw another one that should have been listed as a short sale. It had been on the market 330 days. That's an enormous amount of time, almost a year to sell the house, but not listed as a short sale. I looked at the probable sales price, which was based on comparables in that market, in that neighborhood, and then took what is normally a 10 to 12% closing cost, because typically FHA buyers are putting 4 to 6% in terms of closing cost allowance into their offers because their first-time buyers are doing 3.5%. And I saw where, again, someone was underwater on their mortgage, and that's going to be a problem. They need to make a decision about what to do. And the third one was similar to this one, and it was an FHA loan, which means 3.5% down when they bought it. It was only about a year and a half from when they bought the house, so must be a serious reason they need to get out of there, possibly relocation. And we know that that corporations now are not buying back houses like they used to in the good old days. And so they had to sell the house. Now, it would probably take $30,000 brought to closing for these people to get rid of that house. And normally when you see somebody do 3.5% down FHA versus at least 20% down on a conventional loan, you understand that they don't have huge reserves as a rule. So why put yourself in a position where maybe that takes you down to $30,000 of your savings in order to get out of a house? The lenders are not expecting you to do that. They're not expecting you to load up your credit cards or do anything. So here again, is my ultimate suggestion to you is get a hold of someone that is an ethical, experienced person in short sales. Someone in real estate that is not going to do third-party fraud because there's a lot of that going around. They're going to directly negotiate on your behalf, get the highest and best offer into the lender, get you out of a situation that's very bad for you, preserve your credit as best we can, and have you avoid a taxable event, which would be the lender sending a 1099 and the IRS coming after you to collect taxes, which they seem to always get. So don't stop thinking that this isn't a good idea. Please don't sit on your hands and hope that you're going to win the lottery or pray that something good is going to happen to you, because typically it does not. You need to act now. You need to get your house on the market. You need to get it closed before the end of the year to avoid foreclosure, to avoid taxes, and to be able to put yourself onto a better future. So please get a hold of me. You can go to joe@joepryor.com and email me, and I'll do a free and confidential consultation. Or you can go to our website, avoidforeclosureoklahoma.com, and get more information about foreclosure versus short sale and some of the things that are coming up, like the end of this act on December 31st. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.